we'll just start from here. So the electives are very flexible. And also another option for the 15, to fulfill the 15 credits of electives is to pursue a PBC, post-bac certificate. We have, if you look at our websites, we listed different kinds of PBC options. You know, English language learners, off top of my head, English language learners is a PBC area. Autism is another area. Instructional technology is another area, and educational leadership is another area for PBC. So anyways, you can do a PBC. It's like shooting two birds with one stone. You know, you take the courses listed under PBC, then you can obtain this PBC while fulfilling the electives requirement. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
Okay. So this is the non-thesis option. So if you opt to do a thesis, then you do not need to take L.ED 775 listed under the core. So you do not take 775. Instead, you take L.ED 897 or L.ED 898. These are the thesis credits. Okay, a total of 6 credits to replace 775, but the others remain the same. Questions so far?
So the thesis one doesn't have the 15 elective credits?
It does.
Okay.
Yes, but you just don't need to take 775.
Got it.
Listed under the required core. Okay. Okay, next page. Okay, admission requirement. Bachelor's degree, GPA 3.0 for the last 60 credits of your undergraduate study, and a teaching certificate. And the last one, it says minimum 1 year teaching experience beyond your student teaching or internship. This, I put it as preferred because I don't know if it's because of the economy. I don't know. I have seen a little bit more, you know, a rising number of students who wanted to get their master's right away from, you know, right away after they graduate from their, after they get their bachelor's. So I put this as preferred. So if you don't have it, but you meet the other requirements, you can still apply and get a chance to be admitted. Okay, questions?
No.
Okay, good. Next one. The application process is totally online. Here's the website. And, you know, you can just, if you don't remember this, I can send this PowerPoint to you guys later afterwards, or you can email me. I have my email later listed on one slide, so you can email me asking for it. So the application, you can just go to towson.edu and search Graduate Studies Office. Then you will see, or you can Google, you know, go to towson.edu and then Google elementary master's degree, and then you will see the page. That will lead you to the online application page. The deadline for fall admission, deadline is August 15, spring admission, January 7th. And the application materials, one copy of official transcripts, resume, a short essay stating your career goals and what do you expect from this degree? Why do you want to get a master's? 2 letters of recommendation and a copy of your teaching certificate. Assistantship. There are graduate assistantship opportunities. It's pretty competitive because you're competing with all other graduate students over, across the campus. But there are assistantship opportunities, and they are housed in these 2 websites. The first one, the graduate school websites. There's a link for assistantship, and also you can check the handshake website where you will see all the posted opportunities. The handshake does not just include a graduate assistantship, it include other job opportunities on campus. Okay, for more information, this is the graduate program website that I said earlier, or you can just go to towson.edu and search graduate studies. And there's an email if you have any questions regarding how to apply, what materials to submit, or you have any difficulties using the online application program. You can email this grads@towson.edu, or you can call them, but I don't think the calling works at this moment, but you email them. They're very good at responding. Or you can contact me. Here's my email, xliu@towson.edu. So very short, that's it. Questions or other?
Like about the I have a question. Like I'm still in my undergraduate program, but do you guys have like the like how the Masters of Teaching is? They have the bachelor/master's thing where you can do both, where you just add on the 1 year. Does this program have that?
Oh, okay. Tell me again, what is your bachelor's in?
Elementary education.
Elementary education?
Yeah.
I do not think elementary education has this fast track yet. Dr. Lucas, do you know anything about?
Yeah, no, I think that's something that more programs are starting to do, but right now I believe the only one that's doing that is the M.ED program.
Yes.
But for us, we don't have that yet.
Right. Yeah, we do not have that at this moment for elementary education. As I said, in the past, a vast majority of the master's students are practicing teachers, and that's the trend, at least for the past years. But recently, I did have more inquiries about, as I said earlier, students wanted to go to the master's program right away after they graduate from their undergraduate. But we haven't started this fast track for elementary yet.
Okay.
Do you know if what year are you? You just graduated?
No, I did. This is my I'm going in as a junior.
Junior, okay. Do you know out of your cohort, do you know a lot of students who wanted to pursue this track, the fast track?
Not that I know of. I don't really know many people who are doing my cohort. I haven't signed up for my classes yet.
Okay. Yeah, at this moment we don't have that, but certainly I will. I can look into it more. I'll contact some people, and then we'll see how it's gonna work. But yeah, thank you for letting me know. So this is Yasmin. Is that you? Okay.
Yeah, it's Yasmin. Yeah, I just joined to get more information about the program in general and to ask about it.
Yes, actually, earlier in the summer, I just admitted someone who graduated from elementary education in May. As I said, I put a preferred 1 year teaching experience is preferred. I talked to her professors for the undergraduate study, and they all spoke very highly of her. And I look at everything other, all the other materials, and she looks good. And then she won a teaching award, a College of Ed teaching award. So yeah, no problem. You can get in without the 1 year teaching experience.
Okay.
But you wanted to be even faster than that, right?
Yeah.
Do we have other questions? Oh, now I can't hear you, Dr. Lucas. Hold on, let me see. Huh? Are you offline? Hold on. Oh. Oh,
Ashley Lucas.
okay. Oh, okay. Yeah.
All right. Great. So, Dr. Lou, if you could do me a favor, I emailed you my presentation. Can you bring it up?
Okay.
And then Molly is one on there, it looks like. Molly, can you say a few words about the program? Molly just graduated and just got her master's degree. Very exciting. So Molly, if you could be so kind to talk a little bit about your experiences, that would be fabulous.
Sure. Do you want me to do that before you go through your presentation or after?
I'll just run through it very quickly, I guess, because it is very similar to Dr. Lou's program. It's just we are focused on middle and secondary, and our courses are a bit different.
Okay.
Dr. Lou, if you could go to the next slide. And mine's even shorter than Dr. Lou's.
Okay, hold on. Let me see. I have to. Oh, here. Slideshow. Huh? Wait. Wait. Let me close this.
So my name's Ashley Lucas, and I'm the graduate director of the M.ED in secondary ed. And there's my email and my phone number. And basically, as you were talking, our program for practicing teachers that want to come back and kind of up their skills. And traditionally, we have done a lot with public school teachers, but recently we've done more with some private school teachers have come to us, and actually people without a teaching license. They didn't need it for the environment that they're in, and so but they wanted to gain more skills in the classroom. So if you could go to the third slide, that'd be great. So it can take anywhere from 2 years to 7 years. It just depends on how long you want to do. I would say 2 years is probably about the quickest you could do it. And most students seem to take 1 or 2 classes. And we do have summer classes in fall and spring, just because most of you are working, so it can get very busy. And then I suspect this fall classes will be online, all of the M.ED classes. And then the next slide, please. So we are just like the elementary ed. We have 2 options: the non-thesis option, or the capstone option, or the thesis option. I would say about 99% of our students do the non-thesis, the capstone project. And hopefully Molly will talk about what she did for her project, which was super interesting. But I can just show you the list of courses. They're very similar. It's just you have, if you could go to one more slide. Thank you. So I think kind of the beauty of our program is that you have 5 electives that you can just choose that really seem to fit with your interests. So we have some foundation courses, but then actually six courses for the non-thesis. And you know, if you really want to learn more about ELL or gifted and talented or about diversity, you can choose classes that fit for your interest and what you think is going to be most helpful in the classroom. The thesis one, and that's the next slide, the thesis is 6 credits as opposed to the capstone, which is 3 credits. And so basically that's our program, and I think probably it's best to hear from someone that actually has gone through it, and some of the things maybe she could give you some advice or answer any questions. So I apologize for this. Not quite working as I planned, but.
Is this it?
Yeah, that's it.
Oh, okay. Molly?
So Molly, if you could please.
Yeah. I did the non-thesis track. when I started, I really didn't know what the difference was. And the director at the time essentially advised me that if I wanted to go on to get a PhD or do more research, that maybe the thesis option was better, but if not, the capstone was okay. So I chose the capstone course. And it was, I think I did the program in just about 3 years. I started it in 2017. And I was doing one course at a time for the most part, since I was working full time also. And I really enjoyed the thing that makes it easy for me to get through the program as a working adult was the fact that a lot of the classes were in the evenings, or they were fully online or hybrid courses. And I've seen, the classes they're offered in a lot of different formats. One of my favorite classes was when we had, it was a scheduled synchronous meeting, but it was online. So we were all at home just in the online classroom together. And I thought that was a really neat experience. It's a really great program in that electives give you a lot of flexibility. I had gotten about halfway through a different master's program before changing my mind. So I was actually able to use my bachelor's degree and my teaching certification is in health education. So I was able to use 2 of the electives I took in my previous health education master's degree towards my electives for this program, which I really appreciated. And it was interesting as somebody who don't really have any teaching experience other than my original student teaching almost 10 years ago. And I still felt like I could actually engage in the class. I was able to tailor projects to more general ideas as opposed to my own specific classroom experience. And it's going through the program, I didn't even realize that it was kind of happening but I kept thinking, what am I going to do my capstone on? Because I didn't have any sort of specific, area of focus that I was particularly passionate about until I realized that kind of all my classes had been guiding me towards that point. And I took a lot of the courses in the program really focus on the diversity of student needs, which led me to, for my capstone project, I created a curriculum outline for a health education elective for high school students to study issues of culture and diversity as they relate to health. So I created the course was designed to focus on for students to explore issues like the social determinants of health, how their identity and their cultural background relates to their specific health needs and beliefs. And it turned out to be a really great project.
Great.
I worked with Molly on that project. She did a fabulous job, and I think part of it is more because we're a master's program, there is going to be some research and writing involved, but I think it's not so much theoretical, but how do you take some of these issues and actually make a practical project that could impact students in the future rather than just being something very theoretical and 2 other academics read. Like hopefully someday Molly would be able to implement some of these ideas wherever she goes and what other job she takes. So.
Yeah, absolutely. And I found that a lot of classes, like there's one course where I had to, I really enjoyed that project because the applicability of all the projects really made them feel worthwhile and made me feel kind of invested because I felt like there's something I could continue to use eventually when I entered the classroom. For example, in one course, we had to actually design a prototype of a plan for addressing a specific issue or dilemma in our classrooms. And so I just hypothetically imagined the fact that my students were sitting too much and that's not good for their health or their learning. So I had to, instead of just explaining why that's a bad idea, I had to actually create a solution. And that's kind of what all the classes do. It's you don't just think about what the issues are in education, you do come up with practical solutions that you can use. And I know I heard a lot of my classmates talk about applying what we were doing in our classes in their own classrooms as well.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, great.
Do any of you have questions for Molly or Dr. Liu or myself?
I don't have any questions.
Okay.
Tatiana, do you have any questions?
Don't at this moment.
Okay.
Okay, great. Well, we really appreciate you coming in and joining us. And please reach out if you have any questions. If you're not sure about this program, you're thinking about another one, we can kind of help guide you who you need to speak with. So really appreciate you taking this time.
Thank you for all of the information. It was really, really helpful.
Thank you. Thank you for
Okay.
coming. Yeah. I think the master's
Thank you,
degree,
Molly.
the beauty of that is that, you know, you have been, either you have some years of teaching experience, or even if you don't, however, you are in the field of education for some years, right? At least you're undergraduate. Then you have some experience. Now you may have developed some interest that you really want to dig a little bit deeper into and want to find, as Molly said earlier, wanted to find the solution. Or just to, you know, broaden your horizon, wanted to know more. I think that's the beauty of masters is you come and then we tend to have a smaller class size, and then you have a lot of interaction with your peers who are, you know, most of them are teachers, some of them are not, doesn't matter, and also interaction with the professor and the faculty. And I think that's really the highlights of the masters.
Yeah.
Right. Well, thank you so much. And I hope you guys have a wonderful day and a healthy summer.
Yeah, don't hesitate to let us know if you have more questions later.
Okay. Thank you.
Thank you.
Right, thank you. Bye-bye.
Thank you, Molly.
No problem. You're welcome.